the Mars family and their secretive lifestyle. You eat their products daily. Meet the billionaire Mars family, behind the world's biggest chocolate and candy empire. In this video, we will unfold the secrets how a candy business built a $100+ billion empire. Let's go. What if I told you that one of the richest families in the world almost never gives interviews, never went public, and quietly controls some of the most famous brands on Earth? You may eat their products every day, M&M's, Snickers, Mars, Twix, Pedigree, Whiskas, yet you probably know nothing about the family behind them. No flashy headlines, no celebrity lifestyle, just pure business dominance. This is the story of the Mars family, how a small candy kitchen became a multi-generation empire worth over $100 billion, and why their secretive strategy made them one of the most powerful families in global business history. The humble beginning. The Mars empire began not in a factory, but in a tiny kitchen. In 1883, Franklin Clarence Mars, often called Frank C. Mars, was born in the United States. As a child, Frank struggled with polio, which limited his physical activities. While other kids played outside, Frank stayed indoors, and that's where he learned how to make candy from his mother. That simple skill would change business history forever. By 1911, Frank Mars started a small candy business in Tacoma, Washington, selling buttercream candies from his kitchen. Like many early entrepreneurs, he failed several times. His first company collapsed. Money was tight. Success was far from guaranteed. But Frank Mars had one key belief. People will always want affordable treats, even in hard times. In 1923, he introduced a product that changed everything, the Milky Way bar. It was inspired by the taste of a malted milkshake, but packaged as a candy bar people could afford. Milky Way became a massive success. By the late 1920s, Mars had moved operations to Chicago, expanded production, and officially founded Mars, Incorporated. Then came another game-changing idea: expansion, family conflict, and global growth. Frank Mars had a complicated personal life, especially with his son, Forrest Mars Sr. Forrest was ambitious, brilliant, and stubborn, just like his father. The two clashed constantly over control of the business. Eventually, Forrest left the U.S. and moved to Europe, where he began building Mars's international operations. This decision would shape the company's future. While in England, Forrest Mars created one of the most iconic candies in history, Mars Bar, launched in 1932. It became wildly popular across Europe. Then, during the Spanish Civil War, Forrest noticed soldiers eating small chocolate pieces coated in sugar so they wouldn't melt. That observation led to a billion-dollar idea. In 1941, Forrest partnered with Bruce Murray, son of Hershey's president, to create M&Ms, short for Mars and Murray. M&Ms were originally sold exclusively to U.S. soldiers during World War II because they were easy to transport and didn't melt in heat. After the war, M&Ms exploded into civilian markets and became one of the most recognizable candy brands in the world. By the time Frank Mars died in 1934, the foundation was set. Forrest Mars Sr. later returned to the U.S., took full control of the company, and began transforming Mars into a global powerhouse. Building a diversified empire. Unlike many candy companies, Mars didn't stop at chocolate. Forrest Mars believed in diversification long before it became popular. He expanded Mars into pet food and drinks, chewing gum, veterinary services. Today, pet care alone generates more revenue than Mars's candy business. This diversification helped Mars survive economic downturns, wars, and changing consumer habits. But perhaps the most powerful decision Mars ever made was this: they never went public. Mars Incorporated is still 100% privately owned by the Mars family. That means no shareholders to please, no quarterly earnings pressure, total control over long-term strategy. This allowed Mars to think in decades, not quarters. Their business philosophy was simple: the company should outlive the family. The Mars family today and their wealth. Today, Mars is run by the third and fourth generations of the family. The main heirs include Jacqueline Mars, John Mars, Forrest Mars Jr., until his death in 2016. Each family member has, at various times, ranked among the top 20 richest people in the world. As of recent estimates, Mars Incorporated generates over $45 billion annually. Family net worth exceeds $100 billion. The company operates in 80-plus countries. employs over 140,000 people worldwide. Despite this massive wealth, the Mars family remains famously private. Rare interviews, no social media presence, minimal public appearances. They let their brands speak for them. Key lessons from the Mars family. So what can we learn from the Mars family's journey? Lesson 1. Start small, think big. A kitchen candy recipe became a global empire. Lesson 2. Family conflict can create growth. Forrest Mars leaving the US led to international expansion. Lesson 3. Diversification is power. Candy alone didn't make them billionaires. Pet care did. Lesson 4. Long-term thinking wins. Staying private allowed Mars to build for generations. Lesson 5. Wealth doesn't need attention. Some of the richest people on Earth live quietly and win silently. From a struggling candy maker to one of the most powerful private companies in history, the Mars family proves that true empires aren't always loud. Sometimes they're remembering. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more stories about powerful families, secret empires, and real-world success lessons. See you in the next one.